report. That's kind of redundant again.
Special
From the
nerd
world
report.
A special nerd report from the world of DC, and it's kind of bad news. But before I get into that, I'm extremely excited because we have my friend from Popcorn Planet, Andy Signor. What's up, man?
Hey, finally here. Took forever.
Man, it's like the first time you're
here.
here.
Do this more often. The after show from my show over on your channel. I'll keep plugging. Go over there.
Yeah, go over here, go over there, man. Popcorn Planet. We just had a pretty good stream over there, right?
Yeah,
we talked about several things, our experiences with actors and stuff like that. And you said, "Hey, man, let's go on your channel, man. You never had me on your channel." So I decided, hey, you know what? That's right. Let's have you on my channel real quick, so we could have give you a little bit more exposure, hopefully. So we didn't have any topics, but this just broke. This just broke because there's a thing going on that we can't speak of because the internet will not let us. And apparently the people over there at Warner Brothers have canceled all plans to attend any convention due to concerns of the Bud Light thing that's going on. Andy Signor, is this thing?
You got to get rid of that word on screen. I see it.
Oh, no.
Don't let the AI bot see it. Exactly. Now you're done. There's no.
Is that better?
Yeah. Now you're better. But now they know what we're talking about, and those bots, I bet you will find. This will be an interesting test. Will the AI bots know that you just said the word on screen, and will you get limited ads? That'll be. Let me know.
I didn't say the word, but I put it on screen. So let's see how that works. At this point, I don't care. But anyways, I'm not even going to put the press release. The press. I'll paraphrase it here. They're concerned about their employees, which is very reasonable, man. I mean, it's a company's duty to make sure their employees are healthy and don't get sick or get into any kind of trouble, especially when they're traveling. And there's a higher risk of, getting sick if you're with a lot of people. So they're signing on the side of precautiousness and stuff like that. What do you think of that, Andy?
I mean, I think everyone's being too safe on this. Look, I'm not an expert on medical stuff. So people have yelled at me for attempting to try to be, so I'm trying to be careful because it is, look, there's seriousness to it, but I'm not taking it. Look, when the first thing came out, the media tricked me and I got all scared. Right. And I was like, I don't want it. I need to get me masks, get me gloves. And then I actually went and read and talked to doctors and figured out stuff. So I think the people are more dangerous than the disease. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, they're picking up all the water. They're taking, they're buying out all the water, and now I can't drink. I'm extremely thirsty. I've resorted to going into my sink. That's a different story.
Resorted to going to my sink. I don't have a Brita filter. But what I was going to say was, I mean, it's just more pandemonium of the people versus anyway, the people are where I'm scared because exactly. We don't know. Now, look, big events like South by Southwest is also the next one on deck. Like a lot of people have been stepping out of it, saying they're pulling out of the whole thing. And that's a huge boon for Austin. And so for that to suddenly now just be gone really sucks. But I saw Chris Gore over at Film Threat was tweeting should I go? We need to watch the films, yada, yada. He's like, I'll quarantine myself after. I don't know. It's crazy to me how that all works. Because if you cancel that, an E3, I heard it might be canceled as well.
Oh boy. Here's my concern because I've been waiting. Of course, look, safety first, but I've been planning this one out for a bit. I don't know if you can see it on screen right there. CinemaCon. I love this place, and it's in March. But hopefully maybe they'll show up on March the 2nd because it goes all the way through. But yeah, CinemaCon is Warner Brothers, I think, had an awesome presentation last year, and it would suck not to have them, So they're looking at they're reading up on the situation, monitoring everything, and they're going to take it on a case-to-case scenario, whatever. But yes, Comic-Con's coming. I don't see a real slowdown with this Bud Light thing. Do you see it slowing down or no?
No, I don't see it slowing down. I think the Bud Light thing is here to stay, sadly.
For how long? Come on.
Look, I think we're here, sadly, for a little while because any flu takes a while. I've heard it's by summer is when it's supposed to wind down.
Maybe summertime. A lot of the viruses don't have, they don't do well during the heat with the heat. So maybe that's the thing. But at CinemaCon, I wanted to see some Godzilla versus Kong footage, some Wonder Woman footage.
Is that what happens at CinemaCon? Is they show all the trailers, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, CinemaCon is like you get some good stuff there, man. I saw the Joker trailer before anyone else. We get to see some films. I know they screened one of the Fast and the Furious movies one year and stuff. It's a treat, man. It's not as stressing as Comic-Con and stuff. When's WonderCon? WonderCon's around the corner as well. That must be, that's.
Would you still you're actually going to still go to CinemaCon?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be. As far as I know, I'm going to CinemaCon. I'm making up all the plans until they say, "Hey," until they pull the plug. I'm going. So there you go with that, man.
Right.
Am I crazy? What do you guys think in the comments?
I think you're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Are you crazy? That's a harsh word. I think I think you're putting yourself at risk because it's like any flu. Those public places are where you're going to catch it because it's not an airborne thing from everything I've heard. It's just a hand-to-hand thing, right? So my point being, like, I don't know if I want to risk that.
I don't know. Hand to hand. I don't shake anyone's hand. I fist bump. But now I'm wondering about doing the, lifting of the head thing. I got a super chat by Andy.
What?
Popcorn Planet. Wow. Okay, he's asking me a question right here. This isn't you, of course, but how did I start Nuke the Fridge? Okay, so Nuke the Fridge. Let me tell you, I was one of those nerds that lined up for Star Wars back in '99. I met a gentleman named Jason Nickel, and unfortunately he passed away several years ago. And we were like, hey man, let's start an entertainment site, but all the good names were gone. So we're like, dude, all the good names are gone. As pretty much impossible to get anything that sounded decent. So we went to go and see, we became good friends, and we eventually went to go and see Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
And then the Nuke the Fridge phrase started going all over the internet. Like that movie really nuked the fridge. And it was kind of take on Jump the Shark or Jumping the Shark, which is a time in Happy Days, if you guys remember that, when the Fonz jumped over a shark and then for some reason, it was so ridiculous that for some reason the show never was able to obtain the same level of ratings it had prior to that. So the Jump the Shark moment for a film became Nuke the Fridge, at least for a while, right? So we took the URL. Some people already had claimed some of the URLs. We had to buy several URLs from them. And then we started the site, and, it's the rest is kind of history. Here I am again, but I hope you like that story, Popcorn Planet. But we want to thank you for the super chat. At least we know it works because but Andy,
going to nukethefridge.com. That was a great.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. But I love that you're branching out and you're doing Nerd Report on the same. You got, dude. This guy owns multiple entertainment destinations.
Yeah,
here. You also got your chats. You changed your format on StreamYard. I don't have yours is different. I got to figure. Was that an option to sort of how they?
Well, I could help you with that as well. I just did a background. I did a Lightspeed background because I love Star Wars.
Your tweets aren't taking up the full bottom. It's weird. They're displaying differently. But you'll have to show me anyway. Keep going. Ask the question.
Yeah, man. Look, here's the deal. Andy and I have been friends for a while. We were even in a movie called Sick Girl. We used to hang out. We have a mutual friend, creator of manmonster.com. Check out that site. The site's very into horror, does their own conventions. Eben over there is like, his imagination, man, is through the roof. It's like his events are like Disneyland for fantasy. What Disneyland is for fantasy, his events are for horror. So yeah, that's our mutual friend. Andy won several awards creating Screen Junkies.
Don't talk about your comment there. What is it? Yeah, I don't need to be hyped here.
No, I'm just saying that people know you because I just want to let people know that this guy, having him as part of the team is a big honor and stuff. So thank you, Andy, for coming on, man. It means a lot. It means a lot for me.
Dude, even a lot of my own friends didn't hang out with me or want to be on screen with me. So whether you're riding the cloud or not, there's not much clout to ride. But no, you were there as a friend, so and you stuck around. So that means more to me now in this day and age than anything.
Wander This World 87, I believe it is. I think Godzilla versus Kong is going to get pushed back again to 2021. Cannot compete with No Time to Die. I think they're both going to hurt each other in the box office, honestly, even though one, I think No Time to Die comes the week after, but Godzilla is more in a desperate situation, unfortunately, because the other film, which was awesome in my opinion, it's what monster movies should be, didn't underperformed in the box office. I spoke to people over there at Warner Brothers, the promotional team, and they were kind of bummed out about it. What do you think of this, Andy?
Look, I wanted to try and talk about this on mine, but you can't talk about it. But now we have the Bud Light code, so we can. But yeah, this whole moving movies around.
Yeah,
I wonder if they all still will. Like, I'm still debating: is Black Widow going to do it? Mulan seems to not. They've delayed some international releases, but seems like they're moving forward as planned. It'll be interesting to see, because I don't. Movie theaters are probably not the best place to go when you have this sort of flu season, right? That's exactly, you want to stay away from big places. At the same time, I don't know, cons are worse. So I don't know, are movies now too dangerous to go to? It's a risk, I guess, but you're not really, I don't know, it's not airborne. As long as you like wipe your seat down before you sit, I don't have a problem going to a movie. I'm going to go to the movies. I'm not going to stay in my house and avoid all this. I'm more worried about my kids in a way. I want to protect them on like planes and stuff, but I think we should be moving on as normal. I don't think they should be delaying any of these movies and just keep them going. Now they're going to take a hit internationally, but maybe delay the international releases and just push everything a couple weeks until, a couple months until things get settled. But
doesn't that hurt the hype though? If another country gets it several weeks before,
that's how it used to be. I mean, it used to take a while for other countries to get the films, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I want everyone to get it.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's see if this one's. Let's see what this one. What is this? Azteca Aguilar? Yeah, Nerd Report. Off topic, but do you think we'll get what is it? Alien Awakening, aka Alien Covenant sequel in the next 2 years? No, maybe in the next 10, because Ridley Scott takes forever, man. What do you think, Andy?
No, I just want to see some. Come on, fans, you got to support Lewis over here. That super chat button has a purpose. Come on, let's hit it. Let's break that cherry over on Lewis's channel. Come on, pop that cherry over there and help Lewis pay the bills. Right. But yeah, to answer the question, yeah, I don't think we're going to get it. There's not even a director on it, so it seems like and it's now Fox, right? So I don't think Fox's priority is those types of franchises. Alien, you can't put on Disney Plus, and they're really focused on Home Alone and all these other sort of family properties right now that they can sort of move over. Even National Treasure, that's something they can squeeze over on Disney Plus. So their energy is not on that. Avatar, also on Disney Plus, and all the family stuff. That's their focus right now. So I think we are stuck without getting any more Predators and Aliens. They're all, because Predators Fox too, isn't it now, or no?
Well, the Searchlight banner, do not underestimate them, because they have a horn
Alien.
But it's Fox. So what do they have? They're coming up, the Guillermo del Toro film Antlers. That's pretty edgy. They had a Jojo Rabbit, which is very edgy. So I see them moving forward with Searchlight, but I don't know. You may be right. I don't know about Alien. Plus, was it really a box office success? Is it really as big in demand like a Planet of the Apes? I kind of don't think so.
No, I agree. So, I mean, Planet of the Apes is in the works. But you have it for Hulu, right? So the whole like Disney Plus Hulu thing is also weird.
Yeah.
But to answer the question, no, I don't think Alien's on top of their priority. Now, will it be at some point as a reboot, as they pause and Disney Plus is doing well? They're like, all right, now what do we do? Perhaps, but no, I don't think Alien Covenant's on anybody's deck. Now, when it was at Fox, I think it was more likely, because they needed hits, and that they were like desperate for anything they had in their catalog. But Disney's looking at the catalogs in a such different lens that I think Alien's now gone 10 steps down on the priority list. So no, to answer your question, I don't think we'll see it.
Okay, here's another one. It will come down to how China handles Bud Light. I like the people from your channel coming in. That is the biggest movie market in the world right now. If Bud Light lingers too long, it's going to hurt a lot of the major releases. But I don't, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe the Disney agents landed in China and are they assess the situation, and maybe it's not as bad as we think it is. That's what I'm thinking right now. What do you think, Andy?
Well, look, as I looked up, it's mostly elderly people and sick people who are getting on the casualty rate. But the media sort of 3,000, like they hide the numbers. But then if you really go look at the numbers, it's like any other flu. It is, from everything I've read. Again, not a doctor, don't quote me. But my point is, like, if that's the case, we have to be more careful of like making this sound like it's, we've been through similar epidemics. We are now prepared. We now know to wash our hands, and like, if you're sick, stay home. And certain people are jerks and don't. But I read some reports. Some guy was basically told don't go out, and then went to some event, and then like risked exposing everybody. So that's the problem with this. It's just people. People suck.
And then we have like certain politicians that like lick their fingers before they dip into donuts. You could Google and then relick them. You could Google that.
No, it was like a pizza crust. He went in. Mike Bloomberg went in like and he's like, whoa. And then I don't know why his social media ripping the crust off. Like it was some like even his social media person is so out of touch. These billionaires that it's like he like opens up, rips off crust.
Well, first he starts off
leaves the pizza in it, and then like eats it, and then starts licking his fingers, and then touches like the coffee containers. And it was just like, dude, what are you doing? Gross.
We got a super chat.
Yeah. You are the man or woman or thing.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because I know Andy's hooked up this thing right here. But man, good question. Not really a question, but a statement, I think, and we'll comment on it. Should Warner Brothers release Godzilla versus Kong earlier? Yes. But they have not advertised.
It doesn't matter. Move it to October.
Like a horror film?
Month. It's a horror film. Own it.
That could work.
The monster movie of the year. It's all marketing, and they're just afraid. Why, November? Why? Because they want it to be a big tentpole. Don't compete with all the other tentpoles. Godzilla. I don't care. Godzilla Kong thinks it's way bigger than it is. It's not. It's not that big, guys. I know there's a lot of fans and our nerdy audiences.
Yeah, you're hurting me. You're hurting me.
They don't care. So I think that's not what you should. You're right. Aztec is right. Putting it in October, even September, when it's more of the dregs. There's not really huge tentpoles in September because September's a bad month because it's school. November they go because the kids are out and now people are cold and get you to go back to movies. But October is usually horror season. Why couldn't monster movie be horror season? Do an epic, huge one. I mean, to be fair, it's competing against Venom and Halloween, so there is competition in October too.
Oh yeah, that's big. Just so you know, I did not attend, so I could talk about this. Godzilla versus King Kong has been screened, so there's a lot of people that have seen it. Yes, test screening. So I don't know if that means the movie's complete or
are there any speculative reviews out there that are
not that I know of, but there are a few people that were showing off about it on social media that I know do attend these screenings. There's actually people that do that. That's all they do is attend advanced screenings. But yeah, it's been screened. But Aztec Aguilar and everyone else, thanks for the comments, and subscribe if you have not done.
Yeah, Aztec. Oh, check out Wander This World's comment. He just did a really good.
Where is it? Let me see.
I got a Mad Monster Party. Go back. Don't show that word. I know he didn't. He's
let's get this one. I think it's below this one. Nerd Report. Do you think Disney should release Mulan on Disney Plus because of Bud Light? Okay, for me, I'm good with it, but it's not going to make their money back because home releases, even though they're popular with us and we talk about it a lot, from what I understand, they don't make that much money.
They're not Netflix. Disney wants to make their money absolutely in revenue, ticket sales, and they will. So no, they would never. Mulan's too big. They've spent $200 million on it. That's not a Disney Plus release. Now, I mean, you could argue it for the international release. You could do that for China and just give them an option there and hopefully get subscribers. But no, there's no way they're going to do that. They'll lose so much money that they would have made, because I think that movie's going to do well. It's tracking for 80-90 million here in the US. We'll see if that holds up. But
that's pretty big.
I think Mulan will do well. I don't think it's going to be the other ones, and I think this is not helping it, and that'll be the excuse. So they sort of, even if it doesn't do very well, they can be like, well, that was why. But yeah, they're going to totally put that in theaters.
Wanderer is saying, by the way, Man Monster puts on a great show convention. I'm going to Texas Frightmare in May. David Cronenberg will be there. There's a director you would love to interview. Have you interviewed him?
No, I mean, no. I've interviewed a few directors. Who would I love to interview? Frank Darabont.
Oh, dude,
Shawshank.
The
And
Mist.
I want to know the Mist. And I want to know about the Walking Dead drama, but I really just want to talk Shawshank.
Would he tell you about the Walking Dead drama?
Maybe off the right. I don't know. Maybe if we shut the cameras off, I'm sure he wants to, right? Whenever you're in one of those things, you want to, but you probably wouldn't. Sorry, wait, I was jumping into a comment. But yeah, I would pick him. Who would you pick?
To
Which director would you want to interview?
Dude, I spoke to Steven Spielberg.
Oh, I thought you were going to start listing off the directors you've interviewed.
No. I already spoke to him, so it's like, I don't know.
So you are. You're humble bragging. Well, I've already spoken to Spielberg.
Is that no? After that, it's like I can't.
What did you ask? So you interviewed Spielberg?
I didn't ask him anything. I told him. Oh,
so you didn't get to interview him then?
Well, I told him that my site is inspired by one of his movies.
And what did he say?
He said, "Nuke the fridge." I got the recording. "Nuke the fridge" is the best thing that happened out of from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He goes, "I can't believe that film and Jump the Shark became two cultural phenomena." He took credit for Jump the Shark as well, and stuff like that. So
he was sort of involved back then. Yeah, but anyway, that's cool.
Yeah.
All over your channel.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, that should be all over your channel. That should be the opening of your videos.
Yeah, I should, man. That's a good idea. That's why I love hanging around with you, man. I get these good things. But let's we've gone for 20 minutes, man. I know you were limited on time. We got a couple topics.
One more. Go to the Aztec who gave you your support. And
okay.
Number one fan.
Test screenings of Godzilla versus Kong were really positive from what I heard. With 007 being pushed back to the same month, it'd be smart to release it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I got to look at the release calendar, and it's going to change. But isn't Eternals also coming out in November? We got Eternals. There's a lot of stuff coming out in November. So
when is New Mutants coming out?
I'm going to bet the Eternals gets pushed. I think there's so much juggling around that they're going to just delay that slightly and then plan it for later. And then Disney will move because they got Rey and the Last Dragon and Eternals. And there's probably others this summer. They're probably going to move some things. I do think adjust. And Eternals is going to be one that they probably give more time in post so they can give that slot to someone else. Because that's a big slot they have in November that they could give to any movie and still win, and then there's no competition to it. But I don't know. I think if they're positive, look, I want to see Godzilla Kong. That's the one that we've been building up to. The size differential is weird. I guess Kong.
Kong's still growing. He was a baby in the first one.
So I got to see that. But then him growing to Godzilla level and living on that island makes no sense. They built the island to baby size Kong. And to suddenly have Godzilla size Kong on that island where does it go? And he can't go underwater. So the whole thing's a little weird to me. But anyway, I'm down to see it, even though
Kong gets stronger with electricity. King Ghidorah, I'm assuming King Ghidorah shoots electricity. So what if Ghidorah go against Kong and Godzilla? Ghidorah uses its electricity against Kong. Kong gets all roided up and beats his ass. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
All right. I'd watch that. That sounds
yeah. So anyways, everyone, thank you for watching this surprise stream here with Andy Signor, the man.
You got
Popcorn Planet. What up?
Yeah, you put a video up today. Yeah, we got to wrap up for the algorithm. Don't leave it too long.
Yeah, man. And you're gonna have you're gonna go on live.
We'll be live tonight, 9:00. Check out Popcorn Planet anytime. But actually, go check out Hugging the Cactus. This is the one I'm really trying to plug to try and get people onto. So all 10 of you that like
11.
Watch that. There's 11. Smash that like button for Lewis. Go throw him some love. Subscribe. Set the alert so you can catch his streams too. And we'll see him on I'm sure. Come if you like Lewis, come catch him out on our channel.
Midday.
Most of the days are around 2 my time, 11 Pacific time. But thanks for having me on, man. What an honor.
And your Twitter is?
Oh, they know.
They know.
Lose the comment and it's gone.
What is it?
If you lose that comment, hide the comment. And there it is.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Twitter handles. But
yeah, we can help each other with this format. All right, guys. Don't forget to subscribe once again. Nerd out.